Hi friends, I Robinson. Welcome to our YouTube channel Star Science Robinson. Let's get into the topic. Total anomalous pulmonary venous connection, or we can call it in short form TAPVC. So this is total anomalous pulmonary venous connection, and it is also called as total anomalous pulmonary venous drainage and total anomalous pulmonary venous return. And it is also rare cyanotic congenital heart defect in which all four pulmonary veins are malpositioned and make anomalous connection to the systemic venous circulation. If the condition is present in a child, then there should be a patent foramen oval, or else a atrial septal defect must be present, or else the condition in this condition the baby will fatal due to lack of a systemic blood flow. Here the patient will have a atrial septum defect. So in TAPVC, the pulmonary veins connect to the right atrium, or great veins instead of connecting to the left atrium, and intra-atrial communication is necessary to maintain life. Because of this, in right atrium, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood mix together. The mixture is then distributed to other cardiac chambers. Then oxygen saturation is characteristically the same in all chamber, and there are four different types of TVAPC. Type 1, it is supracardiac, and we'll see about the type 2, that is cardiac, and type 3 it is infracardiac, and 4 mixed type. So we'll see all these types in a diagram. So before going in a diagram, I'll just draw how the normal heart should function. So I'm going with this green pen or a black. So just to show you the normal heart, I'm not going with total anomalous pulmonary venous connection. So this is aorta, where you will have a arch of aorta, and after this we'll go with a pulmonary artery. So the pulmonary artery will exist from the right ventricles, and it will enter into the either side of the lungs through right and left pulmonary artery. So the blood from the right atrium will enter into the right ventricle. From there it will enter into the pulmonary artery, and then it will go out of the heart into the left and right side of the lungs, and from lungs again the gas exchange occurs, and then CO2 will be released in lung and O2 will be absorbed into pulmonary vein. So from pulmonary vein, the four pulmonary vein will enter into the left atrium. So after getting into left atrium, the purified blood will be now in left atrium. So from left atrium, then it will enter into the left ventricles, and from left ventricles it will enter into aorta. But here I am showing you in a diagram that is about total anomalous pulmonary venous connection. So the pulmonary vein will not connect to the left atrium, but here the problem is it will connect to the right atrium, or in parts of the right atrium, or it will also protrude from the diaphragm and it will enter into the portal vein. So I will show in a diagram in 4 steps, so how the total anomalous pulmonary venous return or connection. Now we'll go with the first phase of our topic. So that is about the supracardiac. So in supracardiac, as I'm showing you in a diagram, how the pulmonary veins will get connected in right atrium. Just I want to show you how it will be connected. So first we'll draw about aorta, then we'll draw a pulmonary artery, and as we draw this, and we'll just go for a proper explanation. So the basic problem here is about the connection of pulmonary veins into left atrium, but it will not connect it to left atrium here, it will connect to some other place in right atrium. So that is the defect we can see in this type of total anomalous pulmonary venous connection. So I'll show you where it is the pulmonary vein will connect. The pulmonary vein will now connect into vertical vein to the innerminate vein, that is superior vena cava. So right now I am showing you about the lungs, how the pulmonary vein will come and connect to the superior vena cava. But here that is the problem. But here you have to remember the pulmonary vein should connect to the left atrium, but here it will go and connect to the right atrium, that is where the superior vena cava. Now I am showing in our diagram where the pulmonary vein will go and connect to the superior vena cava. So through that the O2 blood will go and mix with the CO2 blood in right atrium. So this is right pulmonary vein lower, and just you get a correction, I have written here RV but it is RPVL, that is right pulmonary lower. And next we can see about the right pulmonary vein upper. When they have this connection, at the same time they will have a for sure foramen oval, that is atrial septal defect. So that is the first phase, supra cardiac. So that is the thing we have seen here. So right now I am naming superior vena cava, where the pulmonary vein came and attached to the right atrium. So that is the thing we have seen here. Next phase we are going for the second type, and in second type you just remember that is cardiac. So here the pulmonary vein will connect to the coronary sinus or to the right atrium. So that is the malposition of pulmonary veins. Actually the pulmonary veins, as I said in previous step, the pulmonary vein should be connected to the left atrium, but here the problem is, again I have said there are 4 times, so here it will just go and connect to the right side of our chamber, that is in atrium, so right atrium. So where it is connected to the coronary sinus, so where the heart will leave its own CO2 blood into the atrium. So where this, in this type, the pulmonary vein will go and connect in that particular place, or it might directly connect to the right atrium. So in this phase we can see that is the difference. If you see the normal connection of the pulmonary veins from the lungs, it should pass to the left atrium. So the O2 blood will be flowed to the left atrium. From there it will send to the left ventricle. From left ventricle it will send to the aorta. So then it will send to the systemic circulation. But here it will not happen in a proper way. At the same time you have to remember there will be atrial septal defect. So now I am showing you about the either side of the lungs. So from lungs the pulmonary vein will get into the right atrium but not to the left atrium. So just I am going here with a diagram. It might be connected to left atrium, or it will connect all things to the pulmonary veins to the right atrium, or it might connect to the right side atrium or right atrium, or it might connect to the coronary sinus in right atrium. So right now I'm showing you about the right pulmonary vein, so about the upper and lower. So where I'm keeping a dots which indicates it is been attached innerly into the coronary sinus, where the O2 blood will be released into the right atrium. So there will be mixture of CO2 and O2 blood. So this is coronary sinus, and this phase it is called, or this type it is called as a cardiac type. So in this way there will have a total anomalous pulmonary venous connection. So next if we see about the third step, and this is called as infracardia. So this step it will be somewhat confusing. Don't be confused, just try to listen, it will be very easy. So we'll draw about the aorta, at the same time we'll go with the pulmonary artery and we'll draw all the parts because we have to go with the clear explanation in this particular third type of our total anomalous pulmonary venous connection. So now we'll see about this infracardiac. So the pulmonary veins connect to the portal veins, so ductus venosum, at the same time hepatic vein, or it might be connected to the inferior vena cava by a common pulmonary vein that crosses the diaphragm. So here I'm showing you how it crosses through the diaphragm. So just I try to explain how it is being connected to the hepatic vein or ductus venosum or portal vein. I have drawn a lever, so where the connection of portal vein, so the pulmonary vein will be connected to the portal vein. From the diaphragm it will enter into the abdomen and it will connect to the portal vein. So to lever again we have a ductus venosum, so where you have another connection from the lung pulmonary vein will connect to the ductus venosum. And now I am showing you about the next pulmonary vein which will go and connect to the inferior vena cava, and next the pulmonary vein which will go and connect to the hepatic vein. So right now I'm showing you how the pulmonary vein which is been connecting to the hepatic vein, that is in liver. So I'll just draw a red line which is pulmonary vein which now going and connect to the hepatic vein. So this phase it is called as a infracardiac. So that is the third, and the fourth I just explain you in detail because the three step which you have right now has been explained, or everything will be present in this fourth step. So that is why it is called as a mixed type. So it is combination of the above all steps. So right now we'll draw about this aorta, at the same time pulmonary artery and the lungs. At the same time we'll draw about the superior inferior vena cava, so which has been important. So right now I'm telling you so about the condition where you will be having a atrial septal defect. So this atrial septal defect also will be present in third step, I forgot to say there. So here also we have this atrial septal defect, and at the same time I'm drawing a lung to show how the pulmonary veins will go and join, and so that is the main subject today we are dealing with. So we'll see about the pulmonary vein which is going and connecting to the superior vena cava, as we seen in the first step, that is supracardiac. And so that is where you can see the pulmonary vein which is being connected, and the second pulmonary vein which is being connected to the inferior vena cava. And third we'll see about the same diagram, the liver, and it has a portal vein and ductus venosum and hepatic vein. So the pulmonary vein go and connect to the ductus venosum, and again the pulmonary vein will go and connect to the portal vein, and again the pulmonary vein will go and connect to the hepatic vein. So this is about the mixed type. So this is about total anomalous pulmonary venous connection. Thank you friends for watching. It's Star Science Robinson.